Today I'll show you how to get the painterly effect in Photoshop. This style has been popularized by, at least I was inspired by Sylvester Macco. I know a lot of other photographers have done similar styles, but his work really is incredible and inspired this tutorial. So I wanted to do sort of my version of it and show you guys how to get it. It's really not hard. It's 7 steps. That's right, guys. I tried to condense this as much as possible. I'm using Photoshop. I don't think it really matters what version you're using. I shot this outdoors with a backdrop. So if you have something more natural light or even in studio with a backdrop, it could pair well with this sort of style. So the first layer we're going to do is a color fill layer. Now go to Layer, New Fill Layer, Solid Color. Now we're going to start off with orange and then just go and pick something very light, like a light beige orange. I don't know if that's a color. Just pick something around here, press OK, and then we're going to keep it to normal and then lower the opacity to 23. Next, we're going to go to Layer, New Adjustment Layer, Gradient Map. And then just press OK. And then we're going to select a brown to red gradient. It's going to look like this. So you can create one on your own and it just make sure it looks like this. You can like barely see it. It kind of looks cool like this. So press OK. And then we're going to go from normal to luminosity. And then we're going to put this to 74%. Which seems a bit extreme. Trust the process. Trust the process. I've been using a lot of luminosity layers lately. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is go to Layers, New Adjustment Layer, Levels. And then, okay, now it's time for me to type in these numbers. So 36, and then 0.87, and then 154. And at the bottom, I'm going to set the output level to 5 and then 255. We're not touching that. So this is how it's looking so far. And if you're questioning this, if you want to continue to watch, that's fine because I'm going to surprise everyone with the result. Okay. Yes, it looks questionable, but that's how you know it's good. If it looks too pretty as you're adding layers, you're not doing a good job. You have to be like, wait, should I shut down my computer? That's when you know you're onto something. Next one, Layer, New Adjustment Layer, Vibrance. And then we're going to do 77 and then -32. Okay, see? I told you guys we're going to make this work. Look, it's already looking good. We could end it here, but we're not going to. We're going to continue on to the curves layer. So Layer, New Adjustment Layer, Curves. I try to draw the curves layers in my notebook for these tutorials, and it's a mess. I'm not good at drawing, so I try to draw the curves layers as best I can in my notebook so I can copy them later. So I'm sure this is going to look a mess at first. We're going to add in, how many points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know when sometimes you can't read your own handwriting? That's what's sort of happening here. All right. Okay, I don't even think I need this. Let's get rid of this point. I don't know what I did. This looks fine to me for now. I might go ahead and fix that. Okay, a little bit of, we can tweak this later on. I'm not worried. Okay, now we're going to set this to luminosity. And we're going to keep it at 100%. And wait, hold on. I'm going to pull this bottom point in a little bit more. I think that's where I went wrong. There we go. Something like this. So just pull in this point at the very bottom. There we go. Something like this. And then we're going to do Layer, New Adjustment Layer, another curves layer. And we're keeping this one to normal. And the way I drew it looks a mess. I'm going to try to follow my own diagram here. Okay. So something like this. And you know, the curves layers, I don't try to get them perfect. We're going to wait till the end and then we can refine it. So if it's looking questionable, that's okay. Even though, wait, this is the last step. Okay. All right. So this curves layer, going to brighten this up a little bit more. So just adjusting this curves layer, the one that's on normal. Go back to the one on luminosity, and then I'm going to tweak this one as well. I feel like this could look a little bit better. So something like this. And also, again, feel free to go into things like vibrance and also change things up as you see fit, which is what I'm doing. I kind of liked it a little bit more saturated, yeah. Let's see. I think that looks fine. Okay, this is optional, but what you could do is duplicate the background, bring it up to the top, and then you go to filter. Now, sometimes when you do this, the filter gallery, it doesn't let you choose it. So you can go to image, mode, and then you can select 8 bits / channel. And then it will let you choose the filter gallery. So you want to do filter gallery. This is like an optional step. In the brush stroke section, you can select accented edges. For the edge width, we could do 4 just to make sure it really shows up. Edge brightness is at 35. We can keep smoothness at 4. Let's press OK. And it's going to look like this. So what you can do is take that layer, go from normal to lighten. And then you can see that it outlines the edges of the photos. And then you can lower the opacity just to give it like the extra. I feel like there's a lot of highlights in the paintings. I feel like that makes it look more like a painting. So that's a before and after. Just with the accented edges, like that filter, it's an extra pop of highlight, which I love. And you can even, if you want it to be more exaggerated, you could also just do 100% and keep it at 100. But it's really up to you. So this is the final look. It's so easy. And like I said, you only need a few layers. And feel free to adjust. So you can go back to the luminosity layer, the curves layer, and adjust it to be, maybe you want it like darker or more contrasted. You could do that. You just play around with it and see what you like. The last step is to group everything into a folder. So select the color fill layer, hold shift, press the background copy, and then you can press Command G, and then you can just make this into a folder. If you want a more simple look, you can simply lower the opacity. And that way you have more control over how intense it is. If you like this effect, I also have a complete action set with different types of variations of this coloring. You can buy it at my shop at jessicakubasi.com. Let's do a full before and after. So this is before and this is after. I spent hours trying to condense this into as few layers as possible, but still achieving this type of look. So I'm very happy with the results. It's always fun to edit around and play and try something different than my normal editing style. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys want to see more editing tutorials. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.